Bitcoin has been falling down below 80,000 US dollars as the trade war continues. Now, Bitcoin has been falling down below this range and has been falling down below the last level of support. Yesterday, we didn't manage to close above this daily level of support, and we are falling down even lower as extreme fear continues. So we are going to need to be talking about that exactly. Are we going to be falling down below even lower? Is it really going to be over for Bitcoin, or can we still be expecting a bottom to be reached anytime soon, as we are approaching our Bitcoin CME gap and as we are still getting a lot of bullish data? Bitfinex whales are right now longing Bitcoin, the global liquidity is still increasing, while short-term holders are right now being shaken out. So we'll be needing to be talking about that exactly and much more in today's update video. So can we once again push up the likes back above the 200 likes? That will be absolutely amazing, and as always, let's have a look into our short term. And first of all, talking about my Bitcoin trade, yes, I did manage to close it yesterday as I saw that we could not break back above this red level of support. I have been talking about this yesterday. We need to be getting back above this red level of support in order for us to still be bullish on Bitcoin. We need to be breaking above that green line in order for us to say, all right, the bottom is definitely going to be in for Bitcoin, but we needed to be breaking above this red line level of support in order for us to say, okay, we still have that possibility of breaking even higher, but I have been telling you, if we're going to be falling down below this red level of support, that's going to be the moment where I think we're definitely going to be headed even lower. So yeah, yesterday we got this even more news in that Trump is adding even more tariffs, and yeah, this is causing some huge uncertainty. The stock market has been selling off towards the downside, and while stocks are dumping and while we are seeing this huge increase of uncertainty in the market, well, Bitcoin and altcoins are absolutely selling off. So yes, I do think that inherently this setup that we have been getting is not inherently bad, because from a trading perspective, this setup that we've been getting is definitely still quite good in my opinion, but in hindsight, well, the tariffs are just too big to ignore and they've been causing even more uncertainty in the market, and because of that, we couldn't hold above this level of support, so eventually we are still crashing even lower towards the downside. And I do want to be saying, first of all, well, we are seeing extreme levels of fear in the market right now. Yesterday, we got a level of 10, which is absolutely very low, while Bitcoin is still trading quite high at 80k, okay? We have never seen these levels of fear being created at these high levels. So this is getting me very bullish, but I do want to be saying that whenever Bitcoin has been reaching these high amounts of fear, well, it has never really marked the bottom instantly. We have always been kind of trading inside of this state of fear for at least a few weeks, but then 1 month to 2 months and sometimes even 3 months after these extreme levels of fear, we've always seen a massive rebound in the market, and we have always seen the markets once again pumping like crazy towards the upside. So yes, maybe in that imminent short term, this is still going to be marking that in that imminent short term, we can still see a more high levels of fear. We might still be seeing more sell-offs in that imminent short term, but in that longer time perspective, in the coming 1 to 3 months, we can definitely see a huge rally towards the upside again. Now, yes, we are seeing a lot of bullish data in the market right now, because first of all, the realized profit and loss, well, people are taking their realized losses right now. And always whenever people are realizing their losses, that usually tends to mark a Bitcoin bottom. In the last time, this has marked the exact Bitcoin bottom. On top of that, we can clearly see that at the hodl waves for Bitcoin, we can see that short-term holders are selling off right now. We have been reaching this peak over here at the Bitcoin top in Bitcoin holders. Bitcoin short-term holders, to be specific, but right now all of these short-term holders are once again selling off. So yeah, it could be the case that all of these short-term holders are right now realizing their losses, which we can be seeing over here. And this is a very bullish development in the market, because whenever short-term holders are being shaken out, that usually tends to mark that bottom. On top of that, well, we have already seen a massive correction right now. From high to low, we have seen a correction of minus 26% or maybe even minus 27% already. And if we're going to be having a look into our average correction, well, the average correction has been about minus 25%. The last correction and the biggest correction in this bull market has been minus 30%. So right now with the minus 27%, the worst is already over, pretty likely. On top of that, well, the Bitcoin RSI has been getting absolutely oversold, reaching these low levels from the last bottom, which we have been seeing. And we are approaching our Bitcoin CME gap, which in my opinion is going to be a blessing in disguise. Yes, if we're going to be filling up this CME gap over here, I do think that once again, it is going to be a very good buying opportunity in the market. I mean, this is just going to be one last thing we need to be worrying about during this bull market. If we have this CME gap filled, it is a very good thing. On top of that, we are reaching this massive level of support, this uptrending level of support, while still the RSI is reaching these peak fear levels and these oversold levels. And Bitfinex whales are right now opening up massive long positions. And if we're going to be having a look in towards the past, well, Bitfinex whales have always been opening up these huge long positions during major macro bottoms, okay? So if you are just going to be zooming out, yes, in that longer term, we are going to be approaching a bottom. So definitely, I do think what right now is going to be a good buying opportunity. On top of that, well, the global liquidity is still rising. And right now, this 3-month lag is not displayed. But if we're going to be adding the 3-month lag towards this chart, we can definitely see that right now, a catch-up move towards the upside is going to be inevitable towards the Bitcoin liquidity, or sorry, towards the global liquidity. So yes, maybe right now, in that imminent short term, all of this data is not going to be getting displayed. It is going to be taking a little bit more longer until we're going to be seeing this catch-up rally towards the upside. But because right now we are reaching our extreme levels of fear, I do think that we can still be seeing a little bit more fearful sentiment in the coming few weeks. And we are not going to be pumping towards the upside immediately. But we are getting this data there that yes, we are going to be approaching a bottom, okay? In the coming few months, I do think if we're going to be looking back at this current Bitcoin price, well, it would have been a very good buying opportunity. So that is what I'm definitely going to be doing right now. I'm definitely going to be buying at these current levels. And this Bitcoin CME gap over here at the 77.3K level is definitely once again going to be a level where I'm going to be very interested in opening up some positions. So yes, I mean, Trump has been causing for this massive rally, first of all, towards the upside, right? Because Trump has been causing for this a lot of hype in towards Bitcoin. We have been seeing this huge rally towards the upside, but right now also because of the tariff wars, because of the trade wars, we are also seeing this massive dump towards the downside. So I mean, in the end of the day, yes, Trump is still a net positive for crypto. But yeah, we are seeing a huge rally, but also a huge dump towards the downside right now. But eventually, do know that eventually, if we're going to be reaching a massive level of support over here, eventually we are also going to be catching up this move towards the upside once again. We are still going to be trading inside of this bull market. I do think so. It is not going to be over here. So eventually this is just going to be another very good buying opportunity. If we're going to be zooming out, we're still getting the data in that this bull market is not yet over. We're still going to be seeing some more lags towards the upside. So anyways, guys, if you do want to be taking advantage of this Bitcoin dump, which we are seeing right now, make sure to be checking out that first link down below, because with the first link down below, you can be getting a 10% cashback on whatever you deposit. This is going to be literally some free money where you can be buying free crypto with, opening up any kind of a Bitcoin trade or any kind of an altcoin trade. So make sure to be checking it out with that first link down below. Anyways, if we're going to be zooming out, yes, this is going to be very bad time for crypto right now. But yeah, if we're just going to be looking back at this current moment in 3 months time from now, I think we're going to be looking back at this current moment as a very good buying opportunity. So yes, I know it is very hard right now. Emotions are getting very high. Yes, we're seeing a huge amounts of fear in the market, but this is always how the market moves. This is how the market goes. We are always having high highs, but also low lows, of course. That is just the way how crypto works. But honestly, after my experience and after the time that I've been involved in a Bitcoin market, well, right now I'm not really faced anymore by these Bitcoin dumps. I'm getting kind of used to it. I'm just taking it as a buying opportunity. And I know that in the end of the day, it doesn't matter how low Bitcoin goes right here in the short term. It is just going to be a good buying opportunity, and the lower Bitcoin goes, the more happy I will eventually be, because in the longer term, it's only going to be a better and better buying opportunity for me. So anyways, guys, yeah, with that being said, zoom out right now, okay? Zoom out. Once you zoom out, you can clearly see that the bull market is not over. Still, much more is to come. And right now is a good moment to buy. Anyways, guys, with that being said, make sure to be following me over on Twitter to be staying up to date about every single market development. Guys, I'll see you in another update video tomorrow morning.